Hey, I'm in here, back with another unboxing and unpacking, and this time we got the Collector's Boosters of Wilds of Eldraine. I also have the set booster box as well, but we're going to be opening that at a later time. As with these, if I get both of them, I'll open half of this, and then the set booster box, and then the rest of this after the set booster box. So, yeah, this time we got a full pack. I know the previous ones we had in the past, obviously in the past, but they weren't as like they only had less than 12 packs, I assume. So this is the first, I guess, full normal size collector's boosters we've got in a while. So yeah, it is what it is. It has some weight to it for once, because I think the last one had, was it 6? So it was like basically half of this size. So we're gonna see a lot of shinies. Hopefully the camera's light doesn't affect it too much, but we're going to be opening up 3 for now since there are 12. So we're going to do 3 3 and then set boosters and then 3 and 3. So hopefully we get some cool stuff. I did see some spoilers, although not too much, about the new art, and like the only thing I really remember was doubling season, I think, and that art looked pretty cool. So yeah, we got 3 packs right here. Hopefully we get some cool stuff. So the packs feel really loose. I don't know, I don't quite remember if the other collector packs felt this loose, but yeah, it feels really loose. Maybe it's depending on where it got printed or where it got packaged or something, I don't know, but it does have that little tear off. So and we'll see if the normal way of opening seems fine. Oh, it works. It feels pretty loose, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh, let's open. Alright, first. No, hopefully I don't damage the cards. Oh well. Also, I don't know what kind of tokens we're going to get too. So, first pack, here we go. So we got a food token, all right, and then I think we already saw the rare anyway. So we also got a rat token. That rat looks adorable. I don't know if you can see with the glare, but yeah, that looks really adorable. So we'll put that there, right there. So I mean, we already saw the last rare. So it is Eldraine, the Pyro Hammer. It's a legendary creature, humanoid, 2 red. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets only a single creature deals. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets only a single creature deals damage to that creature, this deals that much damage to each opponent. Okay, cool. So we're gonna put that in the rare pile. Oh, we can put that right here. Why not? Alright, let's actually start from the bottom, because like I don't know how sometimes they package it, depending on where it's packaged, the ordering gets really weird. So alright, first common is the Leaping Ambush. Okay, target creature gets +1/+3 and gains reach until end of turn. Untap it. Alright, let's put the rare over here. We put the common here. Next up is the Besotted Knight. Okay, 3 white. And then Betrothed the Beast is for a white. It's an adventure. Create a Royal Roll token attached to target creature you control. So enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has ward 1. And then normally it's a 3/3. Cool. I forgot how it, like I remembered stuff about adventures way back when, but it's been a while since I've seen these. Alright, next up is Brave the Wilds for a green. Bargain. You may sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast a spell. If this spell is bargain, target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste that's still a land. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it to your hand, then shuffle. Alright. Cool. Put that over here. Next up is a Crystal Grotto. When it enters battlefield, scry 1 and add that. And 1 tap, add 1 mana of any color. Okay. Pretty basic. Next up is an uncommon. We got Seer Armant, the Redeemer, 3 green white. When this enters the battlefield, create a monster roll token attached to another target creature you control. So if you control another rule on it, put that one in the graveyard. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has trample. Then enchanted creatures you control get +1/+1. Okay. Next up, we got Lord Skitter's Butcher. Okay, it's a rat peasant 2 black. When this enters the battlefield, choose one. Create a 1/1 black rat creature token with this creature can't block. You may sacrifice another creature. If you do, scry 2, then draw a card. Creatures you control gain menace until end of turn. Okay, interesting. Alright, next up is Up the Beanstalk. 1 green. When Up the Beanstalk enters the battlefield, and when the Reek has a spell with mana value 5 or greater, draw a card. Okay. Next up, ooh, Full Art Land. That looks so cool. Especially if it's a hollow and like the it reflects on the water. That's really cool. That's really cool. We'll put that up here. So, next up is, I don't know what this symbol. Oh, I guess this means the Wilds of Eldraine Commander, maybe. But anyways, we got a Griffin Airy, 1 white. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, create a 2/2 white Griffin creature token with flying. I really like the artwork for this one. Put that off to the side as well. Ooh, we got Intangible Virtue, 1 white. Enchantment creature tokens you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. Yeah, I really don't know. I guess this one is like the commander set. I'm not too certain about it. I'll put it on its own pile. We got a rare. We got Sir Ginger, the Metal Ender. Interesting name. For 2. So this has trample. I don't know if you can see it with the glare. This has trample, hexproof, and haste as long as an opponent controls a planeswalker. Whenever another artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on this and scry 1. And then 2 tap, sacrifice, you gain life equal to its power. Okay. I mean, technically it is a food night too, so. Alright, we got 3 cards left. We got Ingenious Prodigy for X Blue Skulk. This enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, if this has 1 or more +1/+1 counters on it, you may remove 1. And if you do, draw a card. Okay. Next up is the Cruel Somnophage. 1 black, and then the Adventurous 1 blue can't wake up. Target player mills 4 cards. I can put that in a mill deck. So this power and toughness are equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Alright. And then the last card for the, I guess second to last card from the pack, since we already saw the last card. We got Leyline of Light. Oh, Leylines are back. Okay, 2 red. If Leyline of Lightning is in your opening hand, you may begin it with it on the battlefield. When we cast a spell, you may pay 1. If you do, Leyline of Lightning deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Okay. Also has that, I think, commander symbol as well. But since it's rare, put it in the rare pile. So, on to pack 2. This one doesn't feel as loose as the first one, but still, it feels like there's a lot of room that the cards can move around in the pack. But, oh well. Alright. I guess every token one side will be food, I'm assuming, just like I forgot the other one, but yeah, anyways, let's start from the beginning this time. We got Balluna's Gatekeeper for 5 blue, and then entry denied is 1 blue. Return target creature you don't control with mana value 3 or less to its owner's hands, and it's a 6/5. Okay. Next up is Barrow Naughty, 1 black, flying. This has lifelink as long as you control another fairy. 2 black, this gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So it's basically, it has fire breathing, but for black. Interesting. Okay. Alright, we got Tuinvale Guide. I think that's how I pronounce it, for 3 white. Flying Celebration. This gets +1/+0 and has flight lifelink as long as 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Okay. Next up is Moment of Valor. 2 white. Choose 1. Untap target creature gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible at the end of turn, or destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. Uncommons, we got a Picnic Ruiner, 1 red, and Stolen Goodies, 3 green. Distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. And then the other one is whenever this attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, this gets double strike at the end of turn. So I guess you can, if you buff this up, I guess it counts too, because whenever this attacks while you can, so I mean, technically you'll be controlling a power 4 or greater, but this is 4 or greater too, so interesting. Very interesting. It's an uncommon. Next up is Never Stalked by Nightmares. Alright, 2 white black. Menace. When this enters the battlefield, return target creature or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from your battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on this and then scry 1. Alright. Next up is Knight of the Sweet's Revenge for 3 green. When this enters the battlefield, create a food token. Foods you control have tapped to add green. Seems interesting. 5 green, sacrifice this. Creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn where X is the number of foods you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. Next up. Ooh, the forest. Very ominous. But very interesting. So I assume all the lands in the collector's boosters will be full art like that. Alright, we got Hatching Plans. 1 blue. When this is put to a graveyard from the battlefield, draw 3 cards. I mean, okay. Next up is Compulsion. 1 blue. A lot of blues. 1 blue, discard a card, draw a card. 1 blue, sacrifice Compulsion, draw a card. Okay. That there. Next up is... Ooh, 3 blind mice. So we got 2 white, and then it has 4 steps. Create a 1/1 white mouse creature token. Create a token that's a copy of target token you control, and creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. Okay, pretty interesting. Alright, next up is the Iron Crag for 2. So tap to add that. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have this become a legendary equipment artifact named Everflame Hero's Legacy. Interesting. If you do, it gains equip 3, and equipped creature gets +8/+3 and loses all other abilities. Interesting. Alright, next up is, ooh, a mythic. We got Virtue of Persistence. 5 black, and then the sorcery is, or the adventure is 1 black. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. You gain 2 life. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That seems pretty good. I feel like once you play this, opponents will want to get rid of it. Just saying. But pretty interesting mythic. Alright, next up is, another Leyline of Sanctity. 2 white. And then if this is in your opening and you may begin the game with it on the battlefield, you have hexproof. Alright, pretty cool. So we got the lightning one, we got the sanctity one. Yes, we got the human token from the food. Alright. And the last card is a mythic, Parallel Lives. So 3 green. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. Really like the artwork for this. And the foil seems a little bit different too, but I could just be wrong about that one. Really cool. Really cool. Alright, 1 more pack to go for this video. I'm really liking, I keep saying this with every set, but I really like the artwork. This one is very unique too compared to the previous ones, but yeah, something about it seems pretty cool. Can I, there we go. There we go. Yeah, we got a food token. Alright, let's do this. First card is Merry Bards for 2 red. So when this enters the battlefield, you may pay 1. When you do, create a young hero role token attached to a target creature you control. So it says, when an enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks, if its toughness is 3 or less, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Next up is a Sweet Tooth Witch. 2 black. When this enters the battlefield, create a food token. And in 2, sack a food token, target player loses 2 life. So instead of gaining 3 life for yourself, the opponent loses 2 life. or target player. So next up is Torch the Tower, red. Bargain. Torch the Tower deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If the spell was Bargain, it instead deals 3 damage to the permanent and you scry 1. Then if a permanent dealt damage by Torch, the tower would die this turn. Exile it instead. Alright. Next up is a Fell Horseman. For 3 black, the adventure is 1 black. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And when this dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Alright, should be uncommon, yep. So we got Corvold and the Noble Thief for 3 red. Create a treasure token, okay. And then exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. You may play these cards. Exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. You may play those cards this turn. So that's like a bump on it as well, too. Like it didn't get pressed down or something. I don't know. I think that's like the first time I've seen that happen. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there's like a bump there. Anyways, cool. We got Howling Gale Fang for 2 green vigilance. This has haste as long as you own a card in exile that has an adventure. Alright. Pretty basic. Next up is the Tattered Ratter. Okay, 1 red. Whenever a rat you control becomes blocked, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Okay. Next up is the land. The mountain. I mean, it looks cool, but it's definitely the least favorite of the 3 for now. I don't know if that will change when I open more, but yeah, alright. First up is Dark Tutelage, 2 black. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. Okay. Next up is Spreading Seas, 1 blue. Enchant land. When this enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted land is an island. Neat artwork, though. Alright. Ooh, mythic foil. So it's Beseech the Mirror, 1 black. It has Bargain. Search your library for a card. I don't know if you can see it with the glare. Exile it face down and shuffle. If this spell was Bargain, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. If that spell mana value is 4 or less, put the exiled card into your hand if it wasn't cast that way. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, next up is Giant Inheritance. That's a different symbol. Oh, so the WOC means commander. I don't know what the WOT means, but it's 4 green. Enchanted creature gets +5/+5, and whenever this creature attacks, create a monster roll token attached to up to 1 target attacking creature. Okay, when this is put into the battlefield, return it to its owner's hands. Okay. Interesting. It's a rare, yeah. Next up is Mosswood Dread Knight. 1 green, the adventure is 1 black. You draw a card and you lose 1 life, and then trample. Whenever this dies, you may cast it from your graveyard as an adventure until the end of your next turn. Okay. I feel like I've seen similar artwork to this before. Anyways, next up, ooh, another mythic. Land Tax, nice. It's a white. At the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponent controls more lands than you, you may search your library for up to 3 basic land cards. Reveal them, put it to your hand, and then shuffle. Such a good card. Neat artwork too. Alright, and then the token. Ooh, look at that. It's one of the 3 blind mice. Nice. Then we all saw the food token before. And then the last card for this video is another mythic, Agatha of the Vile Cauldron. Okay, for green or red-green. So activated abilities you control cost X less to activate, where X is this creature's power. Okay, this effect can't reduce the mana and that cost to less than 1 though. So 4 red-green, other creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample and haste until end of turn. That seems expensive. But I mean, I guess the 4 becomes negligible because of the first ability. So it says activated abilities of creatures you control. It doesn't say activated abilities of other creatures, so it counts itself as well, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, that was the first 3 booster packs from the collector's booster box. Pretty interesting stuff. Like we got some old, well, not old, but recurring cards like land tax, and obviously we got some new stuff with some new art. So I really like this. I mean, like I said, I keep saying this in every set, but I really like this unique style of artwork. So, and then the way, like the framing for these, for like these ones, which I don't know what the T means, but yeah, I really like the art style for these ones. So yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.